Can you imagine graduating from college with not one, but 2 degrees and still struggling to find a basic entry-level job? Picture this: stacks of resumes, countless applications, rejections piling up like a mountain of defeat. Gen Z, the generation touted as the most educated and technologically savvy, finds itself grappling with an alarming paradox. They can't find jobs and they are pissed. What is going on in the job market that has left an entire generation feeling frustrated, disillusioned, and desperate? This isn't just an economic issue, it's a crisis of expectations, identity, and the future. The harsh reality. Let's delve into the heart of the matter. Imagine dedicating years of your life to education, pouring your passion and energy into earning a degree that you were told would be the key to a successful and fulfilling career. Now, picture standing in line at TJ Maxx, resume in hand, only to be told that there are no positions available for you. This is the harsh reality for many graduates today, especially those holding degrees in fields like communications and acting. The disconnect between their academic achievements and the real-world job market is stark and deeply disheartening. Take the story of Emily, a young woman brimming with talent and ambition. She holds not 1, but 2 degrees and speaks multiple languages fluently. Yet, despite her impressive qualifications, she found herself unable to secure even a minimum wage job. Each day, she pounded the pavement, handing out resumes and filling out applications, only to be met with rejections and indifference. The frustration and disappointment are palpable. "I did everything right," she says, her voice tinged with both sadness and anger. "I worked hard, got good grades, and followed the path I was told would lead to success. Now I can't even get a job at a retail store." Emily's story is not an isolated case. It reflects a growing crisis faced by many Gen Z job seekers. The job market has shifted dramatically, and the promises of a prosperous future, once associated with a college degree, are being shattered daily. According to a recent study, nearly 40% of recent college graduates are underemployed, working in jobs that do not require a degree. This statistic alone paints a grim picture of the current employment landscape. The emotional toll of this reality cannot be overstated. Graduates are experiencing a profound sense of betrayal. They invested time, money, and effort into their education, only to find that their degrees hold little value in the eyes of employers. The traditional belief that a college degree would open doors to lucrative careers is proving to be a myth. This realization leaves many feeling angry and disillusioned. The impact of this crisis extends beyond individual disappointment. It has broader societal implications. Young adults are struggling to pay off student loans, delaying milestones like buying a home or starting a family. The psychological burden of feeling stuck in a job that does not align with their skills and aspirations is immense. It breeds a sense of hopelessness and frustration that can permeate every aspect of their lives. The job market is evolving, and the traditional pathways to success are no longer as reliable as they once were. As technology advances and industries change, the demand for certain skills fluctuates, often leaving those with traditional degrees in the lurch. The rapid pace of change means that the skills needed today might not be relevant tomorrow, adding to the uncertainty and instability faced by job seekers. In response to this crisis, some graduates are pivoting, seeking additional certifications or considering careers outside their original field of study. However, this comes with its own set of challenges, including additional financial burdens and the daunting task of starting over in a new industry. Others are turning to gig economy jobs or entrepreneurial ventures, trying to carve out a niche in an unpredictable market. The emotional and financial strain is undeniable. For many, the journey from graduation to stable employment feels like navigating a labyrinth with no clear exit. Each rejection letter is not just a setback, but a blow to their self-esteem and confidence. The dreams they once held so dearly feel increasingly out of reach, leading to a profound sense of loss and confusion. As we consider the plight of these graduates, it becomes clear that systemic changes are needed. Higher education institutions must align their programs with the evolving demands of the job market. Employers, too, need to recognize and value the diverse skills and perspectives that graduates bring to the table. Society as a whole must acknowledge and address the challenges faced by young job seekers, fostering an environment where education once again serves as a true gateway to opportunity. The blame game. But why is this happening? Why are graduates with degrees in fields like communications and acting finding it so difficult to secure even minimum wage jobs? Some argue that the issue lies in the types of degrees being pursued. These degrees are often seen as less practical and more difficult to translate into well-paying jobs. Critics contend that if students focused on STEM science, technology, engineering, mathematics fields, they would find better employment prospects. However, this viewpoint oversimplifies the issue and fails to consider the broader economic and societal changes at play. Employers are increasingly looking for experience over education. Internships, practical skills, and networking often weigh more heavily than academic achievements. This shift leaves recent graduates at a disadvantage, particularly those who have spent years focusing on their studies rather than gaining work experience. A survey conducted by the National Association of Colleges and Employers (NACE) found that 91% of employers prefer their candidates to have work experience, with 65% favoring relevant work experience. This preference for experience creates a vicious cycle where young graduates struggle to gain the necessary experience because they can't secure their first job without it. The rise of the gig economy and automation is also transforming traditional job roles, reducing the number of available entry-level positions. According to a report by McKinsey Global Institute, up to 800 million jobs worldwide could be lost to automation by 2030. Entry-level positions, which traditionally served as stepping stones for recent graduates, are increasingly being outsourced to temporary or gig workers, or are being automated entirely. This leaves graduates with fewer opportunities to gain the critical experience needed to advance their careers. Cultural factors add another layer of complexity. Tattoos, piercings, and other forms of self-expression, which are commonplace among Gen Z, can be barriers in more conservative or traditional job markets. Despite societal progress in accepting diverse forms of self-expression, biases persist. A 2018 study by the Center for Professional Excellence at York College of Pennsylvania found that 61% of managers admitted that visible tattoos would hinder a candidate's chance of being hired. Employers may still judge candidates based on appearance, leading to discrimination that further complicates the job search for many young people. Additionally, there's a generational clash in work expectations. Gen Z seeks meaningful work, flexible hours, and a healthy work-life balance. They are less willing to settle for jobs that don't align with their values or offer personal fulfillment. This idealism, while admirable, can make it more challenging to find employment in a market that often values experience and conformity over innovation and individuality. A Deloitte survey revealed that 49% of Gen Z respondents would quit their job within 2 years if it didn't meet their expectations for work-life balance and personal values. This generational ethos can create friction with traditional workplace norms, making it harder for young people to find roles that satisfy both their career ambitions and personal values. The frustration and disappointment among young graduates are palpable. They feel let down by a system that promised them a bright future if they followed the prescribed path of obtaining a college degree. The emotional toll of constant rejection, the financial burden of student loans, and the bleak prospects of securing meaningful employment are heavy burdens to bear. Many graduates are left questioning the value of their education and the societal promises of success tied to it. As we consider the plight of these graduates, it becomes clear that systemic changes are needed. Higher education institutions must align their programs with the evolving demands of the job market, ensuring that students gain not only theoretical knowledge, but also practical skills and work experience. Employers, too, need to recognize and value the diverse skills and perspectives that graduates bring to the table. Society as a whole must acknowledge and address the challenges faced by young job seekers, fostering an environment where education once again serves as a true gateway to opportunity. Their stories are a call to action, urging us to bridge the gap between education and employment, and to restore faith in the promise of a brighter future. These young people are not just statistics, they are individuals with dreams, aspirations, and immense potential. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that they have the opportunities they need to succeed and to fulfill the promise of a prosperous future that their education was meant to guarantee. Economic realities and the pandemic's impact. The economic landscape has also been heavily influenced by the COVID-19 pandemic. The resulting economic downturn led to massive layoffs and hiring freezes, particularly affecting industries that typically employ younger workers. Hospitality, retail, and entertainment sectors, where many Gen Zers might seek their first jobs, were hit hard. Recovery has been slow, and the competition for available positions is fierce. Moreover, the pandemic accelerated the trend toward remote work and digital transformation. While this shift opens up new opportunities, It also requires a skill set that not all job seekers possess. Digital literacy, adaptability, and self-motivation are crucial in this new work environment. Those who can demonstrate these skills are more likely to succeed, but for others, the transition is daunting. Potential solutions and path forward. So, what can be done to address this crisis? How can we restore hope and create meaningful opportunities for our graduates? Here are several potential solutions. 1. Career counseling and education reform. Educational institutions must align more closely with market demands. This involves offering robust career counseling that provides realistic job market insights and encouraging students to gain practical experience through internships and co-ops. A report by the Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce found that graduates with internship experience are 15% more likely to find full-time employment within 6 months of graduation. Imagine a system where every student is not only educated but also equipped with practical experience, ready to hit the ground running. Schools need to foster partnerships with industries to ensure that their curricula remain relevant and responsive to evolving job markets. Students must be guided not only in their academic pursuits, but also in understanding how to navigate the complex landscape of modern employment. 2. Lifelong learning and skill development. In a rapidly changing job market, the importance of lifelong learning and continuous skill development cannot be overstated. The World Economic Forum estimates that by 2025, half of all employees will need reskilling. Online courses, certifications, and professional development programs can bridge the gap between academic education and practical skills. The advent of platforms like Coursera, Udacity, and LinkedIn Learning makes it easier than ever for individuals to upskill and adapt to new industry trends. Encouraging a culture of lifelong learning means preparing graduates not just for their first job, but for a dynamic career that evolves with the times. This adaptability is crucial for staying relevant and competitive. 3. Employer engagement and inclusive hiring practices. Employers must adopt more inclusive hiring practices that value diversity and look beyond traditional qualifications. This means recognizing the potential of candidates from diverse educational backgrounds and those with non-traditional work experiences. According to a Harvard Business Review study, companies with inclusive hiring practices are 1.7 times more likely to be innovation leaders in their market. Imagine a workplace where a degree in acting or communications is seen as a valuable asset, bringing creativity and diverse perspectives. Employers should focus on the unique skills and experiences that candidates bring to the table, fostering a more inclusive and innovative workplace. 4. Support for entrepreneurship. Encouraging entrepreneurship and providing resources for young people to start their own businesses can be a viable alternative to traditional employment. Access to funding, mentorship, and business development programs can empower graduates to turn their ideas into reality. According to the Kauffman Foundation, nearly 24% of new entrepreneurs in the United States are between the ages of 20 and 34. Imagine a generation of young innovators, equipped with the resources and support they need to build successful businesses. By fostering an entrepreneurial spirit, we can create new job opportunities and drive economic growth. Supporting initiatives like startup incubators, seed funding, and mentorship programs can provide the necessary foundation for aspiring entrepreneurs to thrive. 5. Mental health and well-being support. The job search process can be mentally and emotionally taxing. Providing mental health support and resources for job seekers can help them cope with rejection and maintain a positive outlook. The American Psychological Association reports that 61% of Gen Z adults feel stressed about job prospects. Imagine a system where job seekers have access to counseling, peer support groups, and mental health resources. By addressing the emotional toll of the job search, we can help young people maintain their resilience and optimism. Mental health initiatives should be integrated into career services, ensuring that job seekers have the emotional support they need to navigate the challenges of the job market. Call to action. The plight of recent graduates is a call to action for educational institutions, employers, and society at large. We must bridge the gap between education and employment, ensuring that graduates are not only knowledgeable but also equipped with practical skills and experiences. Employers need to recognize and value diverse qualifications, fostering inclusive hiring practices that prioritize potential over pedigree. Support for entrepreneurship can provide alternative pathways to success, while mental health resources can help graduates navigate the emotional challenges of the job market. Emily and countless others deserve more than just sympathy. They deserve real opportunities to thrive. Their stories are a poignant reminder of the urgent need for systemic change. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that the promise of a prosperous future, tied to the pursuit of higher education, is not a broken promise. Let us work together to create a future where every graduate has the chance to fulfill their potential and contribute meaningfully to society. The time for action is now, and the stakes could not be higher. Conclusion. The frustration and anger felt by Gen Z in their job search are rooted in systemic issues that require comprehensive solutions. By addressing the disconnect between education and employment, fostering inclusive hiring practices, and supporting continuous learning and entrepreneurship, we can help this generation find their place in the workforce. The journey may be challenging, but with collective effort and innovative thinking, we can pave the way for a brighter future for Gen Z. Their passion, resilience, and determination can drive positive change, transforming the job market into one that values and harnesses the unique talents of every individual.